Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with some Total War battle replays. This time it's Total War Warhammer 2. So yeah, Warhammer is like Total War Warhammer. They're the fantasy Total War games. I like the Warhammer Total War games. They're fun. They're different. They're fun. They're different. That's what's fun about them. So without further ado, let's get into the army comms, shall we? So we're starting off with me playing as a Lizardman. I'm bringing about 6 units of these Saurus warriors. They're basically your main infantry when you're playing the Beastmen. I've played a lot of Beastmen campaign. So that's for my main infantry. Then for my skirmishers, I'm bringing some skink skirmishers, which they have the Vanguard ability, which means they can deploy outside of the deployment zones, which is really handy. Pretty cool. You can really skirmish down the enemy very well. For my more supportive infantry, for my monstrous infantry, I'm bringing 2 units of Croxigores, which I like them. They're basically giant crocodiles. Look at them. They're funny. They're nice. I'm bringing then for some large units. I'm bringing an ancient Stegodon, and I'm bringing a feral Carnosaur, which I like these Carnosaurs. They're basically giant raptors with those toes. As my legendary lord, I'm using Lord Mazdamundi, of course. I mean, he's basically the giant frog. Who doesn't like him? He looks like Jabba the Hutt. He's fun. And then for my cavalry units, I'm using feral cold ones. They're basically raptors. Beastmen are cool. I think I've said that enough now. So onto my ally, who is playing as the orcs. I mean the Greenskins, sorry. So first cavalry, he's bringing, looks like 4 units of savage orc boys, which they're riding boars. It's cool. Then he's bringing a unit of orc boar chariots. For his infantry, he is bringing 3 units of orc boys, 3 units of black orcs with the very cool looking armor, and 2 units of savage orc big guns. For his skirmishers, he's bringing 3 units of night goblin archers. Little bit of a voice crack I feel like I have there. His legendary lord is Grimgore Ironhide, basically the orc with the giant mace. And he's also bringing a orc shaman for like magic stuff, I guess. So yeah, that's a pretty balanced army comm, I'd say. And then for our enemies, we have the Tomb Kings and the Dwarfs. Let's start off with the Tomb Kings. So looks like they're bringing for their infantry 1 unit of skeleton spearmen, a lot of Nekahera warriors, which they look pretty cool. Oh, these are just some dwarven units in there. They're also bringing 4 units of skeleton archers for their skirmishers, 2 units of screaming skull catapults, which these look pretty neat, I must say. For his legendary lord, he is bringing a Tomb King, apparently. Okay, just Tomb King. Oh wait, is this... Or maybe this is his legendary lord, I'm not sure. But anyways, he's also bringing a Sphinx of Usikep, which is a Necro Sphinx. I think that's his legendary lord. Then he is bringing a Casket of Souls, which I don't really know the Tomb King, so I don't really know what it does. He's also bringing a Bone Giant. Then for the Dwarfs, he is bringing primarily Dwarf Warriors for his infantry. Very nice beards. Some Giant Slayers as well. I don't know why I said Slayers like that, but alright. 2 units of hammerers, it looks like. And some Uflar's Rangers, which I don't know exactly what kind of unit that is. He's also bringing some Ekrund miners, which are special miners with blasting charge, I guess. Pretty cool, they wear like candles on the top of their helmet. For his artillery, he's bringing 2 units of cannons. His legendary lord is just a rune lord. He's also bringing a runesmith for extra spells and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, I know that wasn't the best army com explanation, but let's go into the battle, shall we? These battles in Warhammer are really fast, so I really have to focus. So we start off with Tomb Kings firing artillery into my lines, very deadly, as you can see. Yeah, that's really hurting my skirmishers. I'm immediately sending up my infantry as fast as I can. The orcs sending the cavalry around the flank. Artillery hitting the chariots here. So I start skirmishing down the enemy giant. Which I decide that's not a very good target, so I'm gonna focus on the spearmen. But after a while I realize that the spearmen have shield and that's gonna be ineffective, so I start focusing on the Nehekra warriors. We're at quite a disadvantage here because the enemy has the hill. You see, my skirmishers are already withdrawing. But yeah, the enemy has the hill, which puts us at a bit of a disadvantage. The orcs are getting absolutely smacked with all sorts of artillery. I don't even know what that was. Oh, looks like those are just his cannons. I don't know what kind of shot he's using, but that's pretty neat. So yeah, orcs getting absolutely hammered with artillery. Pretty cool though, I always like watching artillery, it looks neat. So I'm rushing in my troops as fast as I can. Someone called, I don't know if that was me calling in that spell, not very sure about it. But that kills quite a few of them here. Yeah, the orcs are getting really hammered with all kinds of projectiles. That really hurts. That really hurt for the orcs when they're moving up, as you can see. In the meantime, my Saurus warriors are about to charge in. And the enemy's Tomb King is actually, which is his legendary lord, I believe, yeah. Is engaging the orc boys, but the orc boys are gonna retreat. My Saurus warriors are charging in. They're really putting the pain on these skeleton spears. Of course they are undead, so it's kind of tough to defeat them, but then again Saurus warriors are really tough. Like the beastmen in Warhammer 1, it was Chaos that was overpowered. Still don't know how to pronounce those. And in this one, it's the beastmen. I mean, they're even stronger than Chaos. My Carnosaur is charging in on the Tomb King here. It's already half HP, almost. My Carnosaur is really gonna put the pain on it. So yeah, they're calling in a spell on me, it looks like. Something pretty neat is about to happen, actually. Enemy Tomb King's firing more artillery onto the Greenskins, who are already retreating because just the amount of artillery is really annihilating them. Here it's gonna come, guys. The orcs cause the spell of like a giant foot. Really cool. All the enemy just flying around. Sphinx charging in. These Proxigors are gonna fight it. Look at it, man. Look at it. Jesus Christ. So the enemy lord is pretty much getting defeated. Didn't do a single thing yet to my Carnosaur. Which I'm specifically targeting the lord with my Carnosaur. Over here I'm sort of surrounding the Tomb Kings. Those, Jesus, that's loud. Those Proxigors really putting the pain on. More debuffs or something like that being called in by the Greenskins. The Greenskins are basically now supporting my fight with spells and stuff. Ooh, a cool comet or something falling in here. Don't exactly know all the spells, guys, forgive me. But yeah, just kind of a battle of giants here, and Lord Mazdamundi really getting into the thick of it. In the meantime, the enemy Tomb King is pretty much defeated. I mean, he's not gonna last very long. Don't exactly know what my Carnosaur is doing. He's marauding through these dwarves here. He's gonna continue the fight against the Tomb King, who just barely dodges him, which is kind of cool, to be honest. So yeah, my Saurus warriors are sort of retreating, and this is kind of worrying me. Enemy... I didn't see these units earlier. Sorry that I missed these in the battle replay, guys. We're gonna slow things down a bit though, because the battle is really going really fast. So yeah, the Greenskins are pretty much routed. That's an undeniable fact. They got wrecked, man. It's very sad. They got really focused down with artillery. You can see it. They lost pretty much half their army even getting up there, so there was no way they were gonna win the engagement. They were really helping me with the spells though. I mean, you could see that earlier with the foot and the comet, which the comet I'm not sure, maybe it was my own. I lost eye on the Tomb King in the meantime has been slain. You can see he's dead. In the meantime, my Saurus warriors are fighting some dwarves over here. Which the animations in Warhammer I really like. I think he got hit there. In the meantime here, I'm not very positive about this fight. I feel like I'm losing it. It's not going well. My gold ones are charging the Tomb King artillery, which is should help us in the long term. But it should have just happened way earlier. They're continuing to charge, and they're going actually for the skeleton archers. So orcs are kind of trying to help me. You can see the skeleton archers, they're the white thing, it means they're kind of crumbling, because when a legendary lord dies of a undead faction, the army starts dissolving itself basically, because they don't have the necromancer or something anymore. So yeah, Mazdamundi is kind of fighting in the fight over here. My Croxigors basically sandwiching the remaining enemy skeleton stuff. My ancient Stegodon is really taking a beating. It's just eating cannonballs basically. That's what it's doing. The skink on top of it are shooting, but it's getting hammered with arrows and artillery. In the meantime, Lord Mazdamundi is just kind of standing next to the fight. I think I kind of forgot about him. The Feral Carnosaur is fighting the Bone Giants, which I should have actually had it focus on the Sphinx, I think, but then again it's almost dead and I have the Croxigors. Yeah, Carnosaur. Ooh, Bone Giant just punching my Saurus warriors. Yeah, you can see just lizards flying everywhere, basically. Or dinosaurs, should I say. The Carnosaur hasn't really lost that much HP yet. Sphinx getting taken out. So that's already 2 of the large units of the Tomb Kings taken out, which is, I don't know, I don't think they were managing them that well. In the meantime, some of my units are returning to the fight. They're returning from routing. They gathered their wits. Some of the Greenskins are also returning. They're basically holding off the Dwarven army, preventing them from helping the Tomb Kings. But they're not, obviously not gonna win the engagement, unless they're very, very lucky. But they're not. That's the thing. Lord Mazdamundi and the Feral Carnosaur fighting the Bone Giant. The Bone Giant is almost dead. And there... Oh, I was about to say there it goes, but apparently not. There goes the Bone Giant. So yeah, it falls right on top of some of my Carnosaur. Not killing them though, but that's good, I guess. In the meantime, here, just some engagement with Dwarven units and my Saurus warriors. Dwarf infantry is also very good. They're very good, especially against monsters units and such. That's kind of their specialty, especially large units. Dwarves are very good against large things, I believe. My Carnosaur is still wrecking havoc, even against the dwarves. smashing them all kind of ways. But they have the Slayers, who are basically very good against large units. Lord Mazdamundi, I kind of forget that I have him, and yeah, that becomes a problem. I should have paid more attention to that. My Saurus Warriors, which is an unfortunate thing about most Beastmen units, they have like primitive instincts which can cause them to go berserk at any given time. Which, when they go berserk, they're basically uncontrollable. Yeah, I'm really putting the pain on these dwarven units at the moment. Though they're getting reinforcements, and that is not good. My units once again retreating. Skirmishers still there though. Croxigors, I realize I have them now also coming back. Skirmishers coming back again. Feral Cold Ones are also ready to come back, I guess. Goblin archers helping me out here. But yeah, the dwarves basically charging even more dwarves. Carnosaur also routed, but it's back now. And unfortunately here, we just missed it, but Lord Mazdamundi dies, the Runesmith kills him. Very unfortunate. Lord Mazdamundi, his model kind of just disappears when he dies, it's kind of weird. But yeah, Croxigors charging in here, smashing those dwarves up with their giant axe things. I don't exactly know what they are. You can just, ooh, that he got split in two, man. Jesus, look at it. So yeah, in the meantime, looks like a spell got called in. I don't exactly know what it is, maybe a buff or a debuff. So yeah, pretty much all my units are going berserk now. Just dwarves flying everywhere. Looks really epic. Let's I didn't mean to pause it, but there was a notification in my face. Let's just slow it down a little bit here, see what's going on. So dwarven artillery. I don't know if they still have ammo, I don't know. Orcs are pretty much routed, they're pretty much gone. My army is trying to hold, but it's not holding very well. A lot of my units are returning, but a lot of units are also going berserk and wavering. I thought it was going very well, the battle, but then when we got at this point, I started because I was really focused on my flank. I couldn't really focus on the orc flank. But at this point in the battle, I realized that we're probably gonna lose, unless I maybe get lucky. Which I hope I get lucky. I mean, I keep having trust in my units, but in my Lizardmen, but they're at this point I'm starting to realize that they're not gonna be strong enough. So let's speed things up here, because it's now basically just my units returning and then routing. So yeah, my skirmishers just sort of skirmishing them down. Carnosaur going in for one last run. Look at it, just causing some havoc here. Still some skeleton archers here though. How did they not rout yet? Pretty much all of the vampire counts. Tomb King army is gone except for those archers, which I find really odd. So yeah, my Carnosaur routs again, and that's it for him. He's out. He's not gonna come back. He's gone. He's gonna go off into the wild. You can really see the effect of this battle. It's like everywhere. You can. Very unfortunate that those orcs got gunned down so badly. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the battle, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of my videos. Let me know what you think of the Total War thing. This video to me felt less smooth than the Thrones of Britannia video I did. But yeah. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, of course. Maybe even a comment would be great. And yeah, give your feedback. It would be amazing. So, I'm just gonna... Yeah, we've pretty much lost at this point. Got some skirmishers, but that's pretty much it. They're gonna rout. And that's the battle. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.